Hello guys and welcome to the full review of the Wolfgang at-as45ips. So the main difference with this phone is its predecessor, the at-as45 SE, is its screen. This one has an IPS display, and which is a main difference over the SE. And from the other side it also has a different processor, but we'll get into that later. This is the first Wolfgang phone with an IPS display. You have the ATS AS40 SE, the 45 SE, you have the 45 LTE, which I have, which may be their last ever made phone, which is this boy, and we'll be comparing it to that as well. But we'll charge it up first because it's totally dead, I think. It is still charged. Oh no, it's fully dead now. My 45 LTE is broken because it's not turning on. I'm having it on a charger, but it's not turning on, so we'll get into that later. But it's cracked and it doesn't fully work, and it takes ages to boot. So yeah, this is the 45 IPS. The specs are a 4.5 inch display, hence the name 45. They also have a 43 and a 40. We got your three capacitive buttons: back, home, and menu, which the home button has a broken LED. I mean, it's a died LED, and just for the back button is also about to die. Up you got your quite filthy earpiece, but it's more than enough. Oh, my 45 LTE is working. It just had to charge. It's totally dead, by the way. I discharged it completely yesterday. I'm doing some charge cycles on it because the battery is really bad. Talking about battery life, this one has a 2050 milliamp hour battery. It has a MediaTek MT6577 processor running at either 1 gigahertz or 1.3 gigahertz, but it's the newer Cortex A9 variant, and not as like the Snapdragon 400, the Cortex A7 series. So it's a bit of a newer processor, which is pretty darn nice. It has a really good 8 megapixel camera, which we'll get into later, which might even be better than the one found on my 45 LTE, because that one looked really dull. But that could also just be me, because it was not a nice sunny day that day when I wanted to take pictures with it, and I couldn't even take pictures with it because the screen is broken. And it has a very bad 3 megapixel front facing camera, which, although a very high resolution for its time, it is not great at all. I mean, my VGA front facing camera on my HTC Sensation is much better than this, but I can't really judge of that because I couldn't really see this screen outside. So let's turn it on. It has a 450p display, which is quite good, but it won't really give that much pixel density because even the HC Sensation, as I talked before, has the same resolution, which is at 4.3 inches, which is a little smaller. And that has like 290 pixels per inches, so yeah. But I've seen phones with even bigger screens than this having the same resolution, so I'm not really gonna complain about that, as it's quite tricky boot animation, as you can see. Whilst booting up, I'll give you an overview. On the top we have your headphone jack, your micro USB port, your quite bad feeling power button. On this side you don't have anything at all. On the bottom you just have your little slit opening for the back cover. And on this side we found the really nice and tactile power button, the nice textured back, the really good sounding speaker, the logo, camera. I don't think so that this is a microphone, and a flash. And as you can see, the buttons do light up, but this one is a little broken. I mean, this one does light up, but it's super slightly, so yeah. There we go. I personalized it already for a little bit. I put a theme on it, which comes pre-built in, which is a really nice feature, and we'll get into that later. So here you got almost stock Android, and surprisingly this is the stock wallpaper from Android. It did not come with this, but I've never had an Android phone before with the stock wallpaper, so that's really nice. So I'm obviously gonna set it. And you can also set some screen animations, as you can see here. This is just a normal one, which you get on like every single Android phone. You can just go to screen effect, which is probably a personalized feature. I haven't seen that on Android phones. I mean, I probably have seen that on a Hisense phone, but I'm not totally sure because that phone is broken, so I can't guarantee that I have seen this before. This is it's a little laggy in the beginning, but it is nice. I don't know why the laminated one has just a normal one here, and when you swipe this way, it's just the custom animation. I like the rotation one a lot. I think that Hisense phone had the 3D cube one, which I can show you right now, which is this one. Yeah, I think that Hisense phone had like a simpler looking version of that. And especially nice is you can change the screen effect of of the app drawer, which is the main nice thing that I really love. I've never had that on an Android device before. This is just a classic one, like you would see on any Android phone. I mean, it could be that Jelly Bean has this as a new feature. I'm talking about Android's ice cream sandwich here, that I have never seen on an ice cream sandwich phone. But I may not have seen this on an Android 4.3 phone, but that phone is broken now. That's again that Hisense phone, so I can't really judge of that. Also, a really lovely one here. Yeah, there's a bit of a glitch going on that if you swipe this way, it does do it on the app drawer. And when you swipe this way with the laminated function on, it does not do anything. So maybe a bug, maybe it needs a fix, but I like the rotation one. It's a really nice touch of Wolfgang there. Um, as I said, a 2050 milliamp hour battery, but it has not aged well at all. It drains a lot. Um, probably even more than my LTE model, but I'm not totally sure. But the LTE model does die faster in standby than this phone does, so it may be a tiny bit of an upgrade. The batteries don't fit, but I like the design of this one a little more as well. Um, so let's just go into the specs. Where is device info HW? Apart from the MediaTek processor, this thing has a gig of RAM, which is really nice, especially on such a low Android version. 4 gigs of RAM, which really sucks. There's like 1.5 gig available. The device runs pretty smoothly throughout, and I haven't seen any glitches or anything. And most of the time it runs pretty smoothly. Now it doesn't for some reason, because the MediaTek processors back in their days, they weren't really that stable as they are now. I mean, my phone is using a MediaTek processor, and the SD card got corrupted one time, which is very annoying because that means all these nice apps that I want to test out are not available anymore. So that kind of sucks. So I guess no gaming test, but we can do that if you want to see a separate video of that. Talking about some about the UI first. They have this really lovely looking icons. I really love these. I think stock Android just has to need to have these. These look really nice and playful, and I really love that. You can't change anything in the settings. You can't set settings for the settings. Haha. And about phone just has this and the Android 4.1. As you can see, they did do some stuff here. Where did that go? Slide lock settings, where you can choose what will lock the screen. I mean, really funny thing, you can just let anything do nothing, and you can just only unlock the phone just with that. You can't do anything by doing this. You have to swipe up. Or the stock one, you can just choose anything you want if you want. I mean, I personally like camera here and the switch profile here. That's my favorite. But you can also just set everything to unlocking the phone, which is nice if you just don't really care and just want to unlock your phone. You can swipe anywhere on the screen and it will unlock. So that is a very nice touch from Wolfgang. Not much else here. They do have face unlock support, which is a great feature. Not that much else. I mean, they do have the themes. Let's take a look at the themes. That's what I want. They have a lot of custom backgrounds, which I love. You got the standard one, which is just standard blue, which everything makes blue. This is stock. If you are a girl, you're gonna love this one. I actually kind of like that. You got the mocha one, which I like the most. It looks the most. Yeah, I like yellow though, and the green one, which is kind of ugly to me. But yes, this will also work in some third-party apps. I mean, it's just like dark mode, but it's a little less comprehensive and a little nicer in my opinion. But it does do that in some apps where you can choose stuff. You just hold this and it will like become yellow. That's what I mean. And the background, you got quite a bit of backgrounds here. A lot of Wolfgang to choose from. The stock Android one. This one is picked off a CTE, of ZTE, I think. This one I don't know. These might be CTE wallpapers. I'm not totally sure. It's not manufactured by CTE. This phone is original manufacturer is Ambience Technology from the Netherlands. So yeah, these are just the stock Android ones. I absolutely love this Nexus one. This one is also custom. This one it came with, and this one is like ugly AF. So I'm not gonna say that one. Live backgrounds. Did they do anything with live backgrounds? Falling Wolfgang LWP. Ooh, that's a nice one. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I only thought that's an app, by the way. You could uninstall that, which is really nice. If you don't like live wallpapers, just you can uninstall it. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh wow, you can even set stuff. Holy crap. Speeds. Made with live wallpaper creator. Okay. Grandma. What is that? Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, we'll just hold on to this one. And yeah, but not itself really sucks. So going into device info HW, the AT, which is short name Ambient Technology, and yes, they also made their own battery. at-as45ips, the display, the MT6577, and blah 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 blah. 1 gig of RAM, and the MT6620 as a Wi-Fi. It has Samsung flash module, which really sucks because it only has like a gig available. Cortex A9, it is 32-bit though, which kind of sucks, but I guess it's alright. The PowerVR SGX 531, which is also not that good to be honest. The AT, and all that. It still runs Delphic, good old Delphic, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, fingerprint. So yeah, here you got a fingerprint. Memory RAM 400 megabytes free, which is quite a lot. Camera 8 megapixel back. It has all these modes. It has a macro mode as well. It has a front facing camera, which is 3.1 megapixel, which is pretty darn great. Battery, thermal. It does have a thermal. Oh wow, 100 degrees. That's normal, by the way. I had another phone doing that, and I thought it was a glitch. But when I saw this, I thought, oh, that's just normal. That's the CPU, but that's the warmth of the main phone. That's the battery, etc., etc. I mean, the phone does get very warm at the top, but I know the MTK 6577 is really really bad at cooling, but it doesn't get as hot as the Alcatel phone, which had the same processor. So that means that this does have a thermal, and the Alcatel does not. And it's absolutely horrendous in terms of cooling on the Alcatel. It gets like 59 degrees or something. It does have your usual sensors, but not too much, I guess. Drivers, partitions. I don't know what P mic is. Tell me in the comments. That's our Wi-Fi. Don't take a look at that. The codecs, the audio codecs, and whatever you want to call them. So yeah, overall a very nice phone. And before I'm gonna stop, I'm just gonna show how great this camera is. I mean, it is. Oh fuck, they're gone, I guess. Oh my, that stupid SD card. Oh my gosh, those were so nice pictures. Come on, dude. Okay, I'm just gonna take a picture here. Trust me, okay, just trust me. It just takes really nice pictures, really nice depth of field and all that. This is a video test and a photo test, but I'm just gonna skip this because those pictures were way too nice. So I'm just gonna delete these. I am gonna do a front-facing camera test, but yeah, I'll be doing some more. I'll be doing a camera test just later, but not now. I don't have time for that now. Do a front-facing camera test because that one really sucks. Oh, the Asus MemoPad 10 can take pictures while recording with the front-facing camera, a feature that the Wolfgang phone does not have. This is a video test on what's supposed to be a 3 megapixel front-facing camera, but it has a little bit of dust in it, and it just does not look great at all. I mean, now it looks alright, but you can see these little stipples and all that. There's just dust inside of there. I mean, it looks alright, but outside it looks absolutely horrendous. So yeah, I don't know what to say about this. It looks alright, but for 3 megapixels, I would say it's 0.3. It doesn't look that great, to be honest. And yeah, I could see lines going on and low bit rate. I mean, the Asus MemoPad 10 did better in my opinion, although the resolution and the color was horrendous. Yeah, So, final conclusion, we'll just compare this to my LTE model, which is currently charging at 9%, but I don't care. I'm gonna strip it off the charger and turn on. It takes ages to boot, so I don't really care. Why am I even booting this up? I don't really know. So it has also a front facing camera, which I don't know the resolution of, but it looked even worse probably. Another 8 megapixel camera. It is a really nice looking phone. It's a little bit more modern looking than the IPS, but the display is standard TFT and the viewing angles are not that great. But yeah, it does have 40E, 40E, 4G, hence the 4G antennas in it, and it has hence the LTE name. It does have the power button right there. It does still have the headphone jack, and it had a ton of dust in its charging port. There's a smaller 2000 milliamp hour battery, but that extra 15 milliamp hour is probably not going to do anything at all. And it has this really cool boot animation. But yeah, and also has a LED notification, which I'm kind of jealous of. I need that on my phone. I mean, it does have one, but it only uses it for charging when it's off. So yeah. It has Snapdragon 410 quad-core CPU at 1.4 gigahertz, which is quite a lot better than this one. But it probably gets even hotter. I mean, these Wolfgang phones don't have good cooling. It has a Adreno 306 compared to the cheap PowerVR SGX 531, etc., etc. Probably a better camera on this thing. Colors look better, but that might just be me, and display is just much better. Same resolution display. Way bigger phone than this. This is quite big. So yeah. But the main difference is the 8 gigabytes or 16 gigs of storage. I'm not totally sure. I think it has 8 gigs. And the better CPU and all that. So I'm just gonna shut this down by holding all the buttons at the same time. And yes, that's how to soft reset a Wolfgang phone. All the Wolfgang phones have dual SIM functionality, which is very nice. That's also the main reason why Dutch people bought it. Oh no, it's restarting again. This poor thing is starting to boot loop. I mean, it's starting to. It hasn't had done that, but yeah. Now you can see the cheapness of them, but I don't really care. It's a great phone if it hasn't had crack yet. So yeah, tell me in the comments which you find nicer, and see you later. Just gonna shut this down real quick.